Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for Derrick Henry. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. This is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Shell. Check. Value 3.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
You ain't got nothing. Watch the safety creep. Hard ball.
Now Goff. And the pressure gets to him again.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
12. Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun. Goff. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, Rosen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw is gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And now it's Rosen looking. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Lambeau on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Monday.
From the gun, it's Rosen. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, exit. 54. Bring it.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Delta.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, Orbit. Check, Mike. 54. Mike, 54. I know he ain't got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Hardball.
From the gun, here's Gone. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
Obama. First and 10 for the 29-yard line.
49, check 49.
12.
Watch the motion.
On first down, it's Gone. Letting one go deep for the... And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Hey, alert.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen caught right side. Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Rosen. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Rosen to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rosen. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run for it with Henry. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. D.D. Westbrook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Big dad.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Rosen is going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Chubb. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now you won. Hold on. Check.
Goff now looks to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Miles Boykin in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Super. Check, Mike. Hey, Echo.
54. You go 99.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jackson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Goff. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ringo.
Shell.
Switch it.
Go, 12, let's go.
Check.
Two. Go, attack.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
11. Hey, Alpha.
From the 50, it's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Check 37.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Third and long. It's gone. Throw left side on target to Kane. Complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Rip right.
Rosen will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I'm not the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Value three. Blue draw quarters.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Say.
Ric Flair. Hey, Steve 6. Turbo's up.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Vontez Burfict in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second and goal at the 17-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Get ready.
Smooth.
Check 55 the mic.
To throw is gone. 17 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
20.
54. Oh, yeah.
Tiger.
Coming.
Hey, zoom.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Throwing on third. Goff. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, Charlie.
Goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Kane. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Listen.
Kill, turn up.
Now a first down throw, gone. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone now, Goff. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Go!
Check right.
Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Miles Boykin. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Begin. Check. Alert.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Hey, box drop.
55. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and long. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing now, Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focus.